on, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about brakes. Gonna do some brakes on this Jeep. Pretty dusty. You need some new pads. These ones in the front actually don't look too bad, but the rears are what's going on. We got missing clips, as you can see right there. It's supposed to have these little clips, but they are missing on both sides of the rear. These are, don't know if you can see that or not, these are the Dynatrac Pro grips. Since we do have 37 Nittos and KMC beadlocks, gets pretty heavy, so we're gonna end up doing the brakes today and doing some unit bearings. And I'm going to change out the front grille. Got a black one since my white one is losing its color and flaking and all kinds of stuff. So also found another problem with the Jeep. Got a sway bar link that the nut is actually backing out. So it's separating. So I'm glad I took this weekend to do a once over on the Jeep and kind of check everything. I was supposed to go rock crawling this weekend, but my wife and kids got sick, some kind of stomach bug, and they were throwing up, and so I decided to stay behind and take care of them. So we're gonna do some maintenance work, and I'm kind of glad I stayed now, because I don't know how far this would have gotten. So gonna do some projects, get it done for next weekend. And next weekend we're going to go crawling out about 5.5 hours from here. So, and I'm in Magnolia. So let's get started. On to the back brakes, guys. So hopefully we can use. Nope, looks like my coilovers are just in the way. Plus with these rock stars, they kind of come at a different angle. So I'm going to have to use a wrench. Alright guys, so while you're in here, it's a good idea to take these slider bolts apart. Not drop them. And go ahead and put some grease on them. Got some of this grease from O'Reilly, just caliper grease. Just put you a thin layer, which comes out kind of nasty. So you just take your finger, put you a thin layer. And before I got, and you take this little cover off, go all the way up, all the way around. I just did it before I turned the camera on. And you just pop it right back in place, make sure everything's good, make sure it's still sliding really good to go. I will be doing the bottom ones too, so I'll have to break that guy loose and do him. But while I'm in here, guys, I'm going to go ahead and place this other side just so I make sure they're good. For a good stand. Take these guys out. Yeah, this guy did not have a lot of grease on him. I'm gonna go ahead and clean it off. Really grease it. Using that brake cleaner. I'll wipe off the rest. Cool. Yeah, I'm taking Mommy's Jeep. You say hi?
Hi.
No, not yet.
Not yet?
Yeah, not yet.
I'm gonna help you.
The camera's on right now.
Yeah, I'll help you with tools.
You can help me with tools.
Okay. You wanna try this one?
Which one?
This one.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. On this rear end, you can see, I'm hoping you guys can see how easy it is to take these pads out. And because of this was the grinding noise that I was hearing. That no clip right there, that brake pad was literally just kind of sitting in there. And you can see how thin that pad is compared to these guys. I mean, look at that. That is just insane. I was done with these pads. Those are trash. So we could take that guy out, and you can see that one too is just barely hanging in. Once again, pads are worn. Got my little helper here. Yeah. You gotta help? You gotta help Daddy?
Oh.
My wrench stealer. There she goes, taking off with him. Oh, you brought him back. And take these clips out. Now we're going to put our new clips in. Just like that. Like I said before, make sure you have the right clips in. It may take you a couple times to make sure it's the right one, but make sure, because if not, it will not go together right. Alright guys, got all the clips in. Go ahead and put these brake pads in here. Perfect. Just like that. You can do the rears without having to take this whole bracket apart. So now, like before, we're going to have to squeeze this guy in. As you can see, my pads were super small. I got to go probably a good ½ inch so it can reach over. So, same thing. Craig did too. Maybe it'll reach. There it goes. Compressing. Perfect. A little sketchy, but it works. Now, I'm going to reset this guy again. Catch it before it comes all the way out. And compress it again. One more time. There we go. Should be perfect. Now, we got to hurry. Put it on. Just like that, guys. That's how you do it. New rear brake pads. We'll put this bolt back in, and the rear is done. I gotta take these caliper bolts off, which I've got them loose right now. So there's one here, one there. We're gonna actually pull this guy off, hang him up, and then I gotta change brake pads, and unit bearings. So I'm gonna take this off, do the unit bearing, put pads on, put it all back together. So let's do it. Got that guy off. Now we can just pull that guy off here, and we will actually, hopefully you guys can see this, I'm gonna hang him up right here. I always use a wire coat hanger. Like I showed y'all, just throw a wire clothes hanger and hang that guy up, make sure there's no tension on it. Now we'll get to the meat and potatoes of this. I've got these 21s. They're usually torqued down pretty good, so I broke them loose before I started this video. Guys, be careful when you are doing these brakes. Make sure you're using the right clips, because there are two different styles, okay? I don't know how well y'all can see those, but they are two separate ones, so make sure you're using the right ones, okay? Alright guys, so this is how it looks once you get the pads in. I ended up using one of the wrong clips on the bottom side, which is why I say to make sure you have the right ones. So this is how they're supposed to look. Okay, just make sure you put the right ones in the right spot, guys. And while you have these brackets off, go ahead and grease these pins. I went ahead and took them out, greased them up pretty good, and put them back in, cleaned them, and put them back in, so that way they are good to go. You don't have to worry about them sticking if you do that. So then we'll take these two 21s, they'll go here and here, here and here. Before, we're gonna have to tighten up, well, not tighten I guess, as to compress this guy right here to get him to fit over our new brake pads. So we're gonna do the same thing we did before with our Craig jig clamp. I'm gonna go ahead and put one bolt in, kind of let them hang here, and then we're gonna compress this guy with our Craig jig clamp, and then just slide them up and put the other bolt in. It is compressing. So I'm going to do it one more time. This is a self-adjusting one, so every time you let loose and re-clamp it, it gets tighter. And there you guys have it. Of course, it took one little kiss to the face, but it's alright. It's all in the beauty of it. So we're going to tighten these two guys down, 13 and a 15. Same thing, 13 and a 15 here. We'll tighten these two down, we'll torque that guy and the bottom one right here. And then we'll be good to go.